ridiculous. If you're still not clear as to why asking a customer, how did you hear about us, is a bad idea, let me draw you a picture. Let's say you got this customer, and the customer calls you on the phone, and she's all upset. She says, "Oh no, there's a hole in my roof. What do I do?" Now, do you help her? No, of course not. The first thing out of your mouth is, "How did you hear about us?" This poor woman doesn't know what to say. You're making her take a marketing survey, and she's got a hole in her roof. So she says, So naturally you say, "I don't care about the hole in your roof. I paid good money for this advertising. Now, how did you hear about us?" Now she's getting ticked. She's saying, "Did you forget about the part where I said I have a hole in my roof?" So now you sit there silently because, after all, what kind of a person can't answer a question like that? And she's saying, "Help!" So naturally, you try to reason with her. You say, "Look, I'm just trying to find out if my advertising's working. If I don't have to spend so much money on advertising, then I can pass the savings on to you." Now, she's completely exasperated, but remember, she's got a hole in her roof. Did you forget that part already? So she says, Google. Either that, or she plays into the bias you already have that all your business comes from referrals. So she says, "A friend." Now, you still don't help this poor woman who's got a hole in her roof. Instead, you say, "Aha, I knew it." And you put her on hold, and you call the person who sold you the advertising. You say, "Cancel my advertising. It's not working." Meanwhile, in the woman's mind, she's thinking, "I just want to give this idiot some money, and he keeps talking about commercials." And you're all like, "I'll tell you how I know. I got a very, 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 very valuable customer on the other line, and she has no idea that I even ran a commercial."
Are you kidding me right now?
So you can take that billboard, TV commercial, Facebook ad, and radio commercial and just cancel all of them. And surprise, surprise, the steady flow of customers that were coming out of the faucet just aren't there anymore, and you can't figure out why. To make matters worse, all those word-of-mouth referrals that you used to get have suddenly dried up too because you just ticked off a customer and she's telling everyone she knows that you won't fix holes in roofs. The end. Seems to make sense, right? You ask the question, they should be able to tell you how they heard about you. But the problem is they can't, not only can they not tell you how they heard about you, there really is no motivation for them to remember how they heard about you, for them to share this with you. It's like saying, "What did you have for lunch last Thursday?" There's just no way for you to rewind the clock and rewind their brains to the point where they actually heard about you because there are a number of factors. They saw your sign, a friend told them about them, they heard your ad, they saw your ad, they looked you up online, there was a Google display ad that popped up in front of them. Any number of things could have happened that coalesced and made them think of you at that time. But to get them to say, this ad happened and then I came in, and draw a straight line between them just isn't possible. Roy Williams tested this once with a major plumbing company and asked people, "How did you hear about us?" 31% of the people said they saw them in the newspaper, but the company was never advertising the newspaper. 24% of them said they saw them on TV, but the company never advertised on TV. There was a number of other things that they said as well. Radio came in at 4%. But the crazy thing was 100% of their advertising was happening on radio. Now, why did that happen? It happened because you're asking them to remember an event that they can't remember. So the best you're going to get from them is I don't know, I looked you up on Google, a friend told me, I saw your sign. I did the same thing here in Springfield, Illinois. There was a car dealer who stopped advertising in the newspaper, which at the time, every car dealer was in the newspaper, and only advertised on TV and radio, and did the survey. Months and months after they dropped the newspaper, people were still saying, "I saw you in the newspaper." Well, how is that possible? Well, in a nutshell, they're trying to get you to stop talking so that they can do the thing that they came to your business to do, give you money. So how do you tell if your advertising is working? Well, the easiest way, of course, is to look at your cash register. Are you making more money this year than you did last year? You could do what's called a top-of-mind awareness study, a TOMA study. This asks people, hey, when you think of this category, who do you think of? And see where you stand. And you got to do this over a period of 3, 4, 5 years to actually see if something's happening. Net promoter scores are also another way to at least get an idea as to whether or not customers are engaging with your business, they like your business, and that they're going to tell other people about your business. It is a way to show how much your business may or may not grow in the future. But asking people a question that A, they can't answer, and B, there is no answer to, isn't going to get you there.